Hi everyone, this is Susie from Minnesota and I garden in Zone 4 and today is May 31st. I'm going to take you on a tour of my garden again, a little more blooming. There's a slight breeze today. It's nice and cool this morning. It's supposed to get into the upper 80s here this week. This is a columbine and this one is white, so I was wrong. They weren't going to be purple. One is. Again, I don't plant them. They just self-seed from somewhere. This in here is another type of lamium. It's more of like a mounding lamium. It's never gotten any bigger than this, so I wouldn't mind if it would spread a little bit more. Maybe it's shaded out a little too much. Solomon seal is still blooming. I still have some weeding to do. As I'm working in an area, I just kind of weed and plant and do what I have to do, so it's just been taking me a little bit. And also all my trees have dropped their cotton, so it's a little messy looking, but that's okay. Oops, sorry. Purple columbine. They're really pretty and long bloomers. This lamium's doing okay, a couple blooms here and there. It'll kind of bloom on and off throughout the season. I just love that foliage, and it's a nice ground cover. The rabbits have been chewing on my stilby. This one's doing pretty good still, so very happy with that. And then they also have been going after the hardy geranium here. I don't know if you can see. Right there's some evidence. It's just one thing after another with the rabbits. There are so many of them. This conical grass is okay. The other two just fizzled out, so I took them out, and we'll see what I put in their place. I'm not in a hurry right now. Here last night I had just planted up some Coleus. This is just an annual in my zone. These are all from the cuttings that I took. They'll take a little bit, but they're doing really good. They should really like it in this spot because the soil is absolutely fantastic here. I mean, even amazed by how nice it is. So this Hosta back here is called Hans, and I don't know, I thought it would have more white in it, and you can see there's more blue. I'll still leave it because I don't have too many blue hostas in my garden, but I was kind of hoping for some more of that variegation. Back here, it's a heuchera. I don't know the name of it. It's just that nice chartreuse color, and it has some blossoms, but looks like the rabbits have been nibbling on that too. Oops, focus. I think it's trying to focus on that cotton and back. Yep, there's one hanging there. They're all over. I've never seen so many rabbits, ever. Some in substance. This one is seducer. I think I'm just going to leave it for now. I'll see what I want to do. It might be easier to move the miniature hostas around than that one. But they're so cute. Okay. I'm going to try and go a little bit faster here. Ghost fern. I was expecting more height on this one. Chasm, what does the tag say here? Oh, not ghost fern. It's called Godzilla. The height gets, I don't know if that's 3 feet. That does not look like 3 feet to me. Not sure what they mean by that. This hosta here is really pretty. I like the ruffled edges. And this is called Lakeside Paisley Print. Really like that one. And then back here, one of my favorites. I think it's called One Last Dance. Don't like to walk in my beds, but can you see how green that leaf is? It's like there's no variegation. Oh, and looks like the rabbits have been chomping too on that one. They better leave that one alone. Still a beautiful one. Trying to figure out which way to go here, so I'm not doing a whole lot of backtracking, so. I love these because they're more of a vase shape, but I'm thinking putting some hostas in front here for like a mounding effect would look pretty good. I planted up some more of my Coleus cuttings. They look really horrible. I will zoom in because you can see what they look like. I gave them all a huge haircut. They were just not doing the best. They were not transitioning really well. I do recommend that, or next year, I shouldn't say next year, this year, probably in November before freeze comes, October probably, I'll take cuttings and they'll be more like the mother plant. And then I'll start some fresh cuttings probably in March like I did because those are doing really good. Sorry. Brennera is still blooming. Yeah, so it's a note to myself about the Coleus cuttings. Goat's beard is beautiful. Look at all the flower heads that are going to be on this one. This one used to be in my back. I used to have 3, and 2 of them died because it was too boggy. So when I moved it here, it was just a scraggly little thing, and it's absolutely loving it. Sum and substance. And back here are some more Coleus cuttings because they're just kind of recovering right now. Again, huge haircut. This one too. But these sum and substance are massive because from the house here to here, like this little black edging, that's 6 feet. They're one of my favorites. Alright, I'm going to go this way. This one is Bridal Falls Hosta. Love this one. Rabbits have been eating it too, which is not been great. But again, it's kind of a vase effect, but the leaves just kind of swoop to the ground. It's really cool. I'm very happy with how this one is done. Lady's mantle. Rabbits have been eating this too. One nice thing about lady's mantle is it'll flush back. It's pretty resilient. Daylily. At some point, I'll show you in a different one that the hardy geranium should be blooming because I'm seeing flower heads. These over here are a little smaller than the rest. You can see all the cotton. And again, my trees are only messy for maybe tops 2 weeks, and that cotton goes away. And as I'm weeding, I just kind of pick it. So it is kind of a nuisance, but they're beautiful shade trees. So you can see more damage from the bunnies down there. But there are tiny little leaves in there, so I have high hopes. All the hostas around my kennel area and at the corners are all Bridal Falls hosta. This daylily looks really good. That one looks like it's tripled in size from last year. So here, this is a really good hardy geranium. You can see just putting out the flower heads. This one's going to be loaded with blooms. I'm probably butchering the name, but it's Biokovo. It's going to be pink. Anemone. It's small, but it'll get there. See, now these ladies' mantle are absolutely gorgeous. They're massive. Oops, my shadow's in there. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. More damage there, and then and back. I don't know if you can see how tall that's gotten. That's just a nice clump. I love lady's mantle. Ocamilla mollis. This is probably the best looking one of the hostas right now. And this is the one that I thought was not going to come back. And it's got the ruffled edges. It's beautiful. All right, let's go this way and then we'll come back. This lilac here just came into bloom maybe a couple days ago. This is a bloomering lilac. It's absolutely beautiful. The scent too, between the lily of the valley and the lilacs. It's absolutely fantastic being outside. And this lilac, I'm not sure. I think it was just called a dwarf lilac. You can see there are no blooms on the bottom or the side. That's where the rabbits have gotten it, but there's still plenty and enough on top. These are going to need a pretty good pruning after they're done blooming here. Oh, the scent is amazing. Hydrangeas look really good, flushing out with leaves really nicely. Probably could have cut them back a little bit more. I took quite a bit off. And then this one at the end here is called Miss Kim. And this is the latest one to bloom for me, which is nice because it kind of staggers the blooming. And this one has probably one of the strongest scents out of my lilacs. And it has done fantastic this year. I've never seen this many blooms on this one. It's just such a shame that they only last about, I would say between 1 to 2 weeks, depending. If we don't get any rain here, they last a bit longer. I think from now on with these two raised beds, I'm just going to kind of do them with my container gardening. Oh, tree peonies. And this too, between this scent here, it's just, I love it. They were opened yesterday. The sun's not on them quite yet, so they kind of close up. Love that vibrant kind of fuchsia color. So let me know if this has ever happened to you, because I know gladioli, it's an annual in my zone, and I forgot to take some out. I did not plant that this year. That's from last year. Have you ever had them come back? And that's not the only spot. I was digging in some areas here, and there were more coming up. And I didn't mulch that area, not with what I normally do. And then over here, look, and don't mind the weeds. I still have to get in here. Isn't that crazy? Oh, this is a purple pavement rose. It's a horrible name for a rose as far as I'm concerned. Oh, and then I want to show you here too. These were my bare root climbing roses, William Baffin, and they're doing really nicely. And then over here, this is my strawberry bed. It's got lots of flowers on in there. So I can't wait. Hopefully this year it doesn't rain quite as much as last year, because they just kept getting mushy, rotten. Trying to figure out where to start. Roses, oh, right here. This is a dahlia that I had started early indoors, so it looks really good. This is Kagani Fubuki. I'm probably butchering the name, but looks really good. And then in here I just have some zinnias planted amongst. There's some self-seeded plants in here. This is some more tall phlox from this plant here. I'm just leaving it. Bee balm. Oh. And then right in here I had I'd moved the variegated daylily, 2 of them. The other one I did get rid of, and then in its place I put lamb's ears. They are tiny. They will fill out. I had ordered these online, and I think they came in a 4-inch container. Most of the time when I order perennials, they're pretty small when they come. I'm not getting huge cans, and so. Then here I left it. I really did. These are my Russian sage. This is the one that looks fantastic. And you can see lots of growth there. But as I came in and I just gave them a prune, they don't look too bad. And they really don't. I have some down here at the bottom, so I'm going to see how they do. Nepeta is starting to bloom, cat's pajamas. It's kind of hard to see there in the mulch. Lots of blooms on this one, so I can't wait. More zinnias. I'm trying to think if I want to name the areas in my gardens. So if I want to do a tour of just one, say this is going to be more like a cottage garden. It's going to be nice, full, and lush. And these are annuals here, the zinnias. Planted some cosmos, I'll show you. And if it gets to be a little too full, I can just pull them out. This one over here is my yellow dahlia. This is the one that I overwintered in my garage for 2 years now. And this is massive. I don't know the name though. I'm so sorry. And let's see. Maybe not. Oh, yep, I do. Look at that. I've got a flower head on it. More zinnias here. They're bushing out really nicely. Then in this area, I had gotten rid of the coneflower last year. It just didn't do anything, and I didn't do anything with it either, so I just decided to get rid of it. And in here, I have penstemon. It's onyx and pearls. And it will have that purple foliage. It gets about 3.5 feet tall to 3 feet wide. So, can't wait to see what that looks like. And that little pop of purple foliage will look really good. Another dahlia here. This is Temple of Beauty. See? These just came up too. More glads. That's crazy. Cleome. Another annual. Some cosmos here. And these are all seeds that I started in the spring, in March. So if you can just kind of see my collection along the wall, that's my leftovers. And that's still after what I've given to friends and family. I'm keeping some just in case if the rabbits get to them, and then I can replace them. This is a baptisia. It's not blooming yet, so I will come back to that when it's blooming at a later day. I still have some things to plant in my vegetable garden, then I'll do a tour. These are all plants that I started from the seed. Back here, I'm thinking, I could be wrong. I feel like this tour is going to get really long, so I better speed it up. This is another baptisia, and I'm thinking that this is some frost damage that is on here. The black. So, I don't know. But I removed the big cage and got 2 little cages because the center just kind of died down here, and it split. So, we'll see how that works. Joe Pye is coming up sporadically. It's not as thick as it used to be. And then back here, some alliums are just starting to open. The clematis, look how big that's gotten. I had to help tie it in. It was just going all over. And that clematis was chewed down by the rabbits, almost completely to the ground. And it's put on that much growth. I have some more rabbit damage back here. Came out yesterday, and I don't know what plant this was going to be, but you can see all the tops. This is kind of my wild area, so, but I love the creeping Jenny. It's a nice ground cover. And I'm leaving the mock orange now. I'll probably get a big pruning. Trying to walk out of here with my rocks. I also have a hard time getting rid of plants that are still kind of growing. It's not horrible looking, but I'm probably going to take it down pretty good. This peony is huge. Can't wait till that starts blooming. I bet within a week here, especially with this warm weather coming up. Giant fleece flower. It's just massive. Can you believe how much that has grown? We haven't gotten a whole lot of rain since those 3 inches, but it's still enough. I've been kind of digging and seeing how moist my soil is, and so far so good. But I do have it kind of staked in there. I have some wire stakes in there, 4 of them, and just with some twine going around, just to help kind of hold it up. A few days ago we had winds that were, I would say 40 mile an hour. Things were getting whipped pretty good. Lungwort is still blooming. Pagoda dogwood just starting to bloom. They'll get berries and the birds will absolutely love it. I think the honeysuckle had gotten some frost damage too. To go back there, and I'm hoping it's frost damage, otherwise I'm dealing with another issue. There's some kind of black spots on it, not all of it, just a few spots. Lily Valley may be aggressive, but it smells heavenly. I better hurry up here. This is humpback whale. Another big hosta. Love it. So in here, I planted some more of my Coleus cuttings. Not too bad. They have a lot of bouncing back to do. And then you can see this is where I moved the variegated daylily. I think that'll look really good here with the coloring. I moved another astilbe just last night here. We'll see how well that does. It's never bloomed for me. I think it was just getting shaded out by all the hostas. It's an absolutely beautiful morning. This is Curly Fries Hosta, one of my favorite small ones. That's another Coleus. I looked it up, and this one that just really glows is Dancing Queen. It's got that yellow chartreuse leaf color. Beautiful. This one is called World Cup. Love that one. This is Afterglow. They're doing really good this year. I'm very happy. Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this tour. I'm hoping it didn't get too long. I think it did. I did a little more talking than I wanted to. But bye for now.